because we were able to link to Steve visually, but not hear him, we're going to try and get him in again. And hopefully we won't have to get him to mine. But let's give Steve Ashworth another chance. Steve, come and join us, Steve. Hello, mate.
He's muted on me.
Yeah, we're just gonna. Don't worry, Steve.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, how you going?
That's a problem of trying to use technology when you're not too familiar with it. And
don't worry.
The amount of Zoom calls I've had the last few months.
I tell you what, we're all becoming very au fait. I mean, this is like the biggest IT lesson, for the country ever.
I don't think I've ever said Zoom before, but about 3 weeks ago, that's all I seem to be doing. Imagine now we've got Steve on, he's going to say, I tell you what, lads, this show's rubbish.
It's brilliant. I just think it's such an initiative, and it's great to actually just be supporting the local producers, connecting to the local producers as you are, and anything we can do at the moment to do that, to keep the producers and everything going, because ultimately, as restaurants and everything, you're going to need those producers at the end of all this. So it's so important for that.
It's really important. And Ross and Jack and myself, we don't see this as a kind of short-term thing. We might be able to change the way people think about it. Imagine at the other end of this, we could have altered people's mindset. What do you say, Jack?
Yeah, I envisaged a time where you'd be going and saying, going live to a fisherman who's coming in and saying, this is what I've got on my boat, who wants it? During lockdown, you're exactly right, Steve. I mean, you've hit the nail on the head, actually, which is our restaurants have been closed. We're all scrabbling to try and keep them going. We're trying to get those emergency bank loans and insurance claims across the line so we don't go bust. And there's a lot of suppliers out there that rely on our trade, and we want them to you're exactly right. You couldn't put it better myself. We want them to be open when we reopen, because we've worked for some of these guys for 20, 30, 40 years. And, and because they are becoming, like people like St Enodoc are now doing online ordering and stuff. That's because of this situation. So we just want to make sure people realize that the ingredients that we use as chefs in our kitchens that we would have been cooking tonight with if we weren't in lockdown, you can access them at home. And these are the places to do it. And obviously we're building a great supplier portfolio on our website at virtualfoodfestival.org, and you can order from them. People like Philip Warren, hey Milo, people like Philip Warren and Fish for Thought, Matthew Stevens, all these people. So yeah, thank you very much for supporting us. And like I say, it's a great initiative, and it's one of those things when we had the idea, we just thought this could really work. And thanks to lots of people's support and the people who've helped us along the way, it's coming together. There's a few technical issues today which we'll resolve, but we're planning on next big event on next Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, a lockdown and everything else around this, I must admit, I'm passionate about food, passionate about food suppliers and chefs and restaurants and that, but it's helped me fall back in love with cooking. It's a bit surreal, really, but getting some of the great produce and everything. I do struggle with lunches. I'm finding, because I seem to be cooking at least 2, if not breakfast as well, 3 meals a day. Lunches are, especially for the family, are proving the interesting thing to keep thinking up new ideas.
What's funny though, Steve, is don't you think like classic cuisines of the world, Indian and say Italian, they have these long braised dishes. It's because you put them on because they you've got phases through the day, and you've got you put it on in the morning for the evening, and that's where all these amazing things like the great spaghetti dishes and things like curries and things come from. It's just you've got all this time in your hands, but actually it's quite hard to get all of the meals done. And you can see it's so interesting looking at world cuisine, thinking that's why people might have a long lunch and then a small supper. That's what this weather has been able to have us. Bit of a. I'm a big fan of a long lunch. I always
going at the moment.
One.
I don't know about you, Steve, but I'm sick of emptying the dishwasher.